all around the world.
All right, here we go. Loading in. This could be... I don't know, man. Is it an upset still at this point? Cambodia worked hard for this.
No, it's not. I refuse to believe that. That is absolutely correct.
Here we go for the chance at possibly gold. It's Cambodia versus Malaysia for the last time tonight.
Okay, let's talk about how Malaysia can play into this Estes. They have good team fight initiation, they have poke damage, and they have a way to take down heroes when they fall to a certain HP threshold. I have to throw you back to game number 1. How do they fight against the Yuzong? It's not even just the Estes problem. How do you fight against Yuzong? I mean, you could say that Izanami could have the Black Dragon form, but he does not have Petrify. He does not have the same strength as Kozaki said. And Chico, guys, as a Beatrix with Flicker against a Pixel with Petrify, for sure this Beatrix will not be happy participating in fights. If that's the case, one damage dealer is already out of the picture, and you also have to deal with Estes.
That's how you know. And I was thinking exactly what's going on in Odom's mind. Again, I'm sure he's consulted his coach here. Look, it's Koname and Sokroth with the Purifier, not Odom. Midnight, what's going on, Rockhard? Do you agree with this?
Really though?
Right, see, look, shouldn't it have been Sokroth with the Flicker?
Hey, we saw this yesterday. We saw this yesterday, okay? We saw
Yeah.
this yesterday come out from Odo with the Flicker Estes. He does not care at all if he dies. It's like saying that, you know, there's a certain psychological warfare with Estes Flicker. It's like you taunting your enemy. Like, go on me. Go on me. I have a promise that can save
Okay.
me. If I live, you're near me.
Now-
I can chase you with Flicker. I can slow you down. I can heal my teammates.
Now that we're discussing it, I'm still not over the fact that there was this one prolific kill on Odom's Estes.
Yeah.
That we're still wondering until now where'd the damage come from.
It was from the Brody. We confirmed.
Yes.
alright.
It was kind of the
It
same
went
second
in.
attack.
It went in at the same time, right?
You
Almost
ruined
at
the
same
mystery,
time.
thanks.
No, just don't mute us. Mute us.
My
Just
head
kidding.
canon is
Just
Odom
kidding.
did it.
Just kidding. Mute at that part. Mute that part.
Alright.
I did not say anything about Odom's Estes.
Absolutely.
It wasn't still
No
mystery at that
evidence
point.
whatsoever.
The damage was still questionable. Like the passive
Referees are still in the meeting room,
still being calculated at this moment as we speak.
going through the tapes.
I believe you. Alright, I'm amazed.
It
All
wasn't-
right,
it wasn't
so
Estes.
big questions here coming in. I have so many questions for Malaysia. Like, you knew it was gonna happen. Everyone in, you know,
Oh yeah, even the chat was saying they knew that the Estes
it was gonna
coming.
be, right? So what is this? Is this like an acceptance of a challenge? You're like, all right, we know it's gonna happen. So what? Is that like what they're trying to say here?
I feel like it's more of draft familiarity from Malaysia not coming into play against Cambodia, because this is not a team that you usually play, right? This is not a team that, although you have data, but this is not the typical draft sequence that they're used to. Like, for example, Team Malaysia, they might have faced the first 3 picks, but they were not expecting the 2 picks at all.
I mean, that is a valid theory, because just like how Malaysia is a team made up of Malaysian superstars, this also is not a single team. This is actually a combine of CFU Esports and the Burnex Flash. So this is a lineup that you wouldn't even see coming. If anything,
Yeah.
it's Burnex Flash who's more likely to make Cambodia and Ube. But yeah, no, even with the injection of CFU Esports, it's
They're
still,
still in
very
that mind.
potent. Yeah.
Yeah, they still have that enough of they still have enough trust that they can pull it off.
Yeah, I don't blame Team Malaysia.
You gotta put a figure here for Cambodia. Like, you might say that this was a huge meta, like when Blacklist introduced it to the world. But for Cambodia, they didn't adapt it until a Filipino import came in. And as of right now,
What's his name?
His name is John Michael Dizon, or
John
Coach
Michael
Zico.
Dizon.
And quick note, the coach of Cambodia, I believe, is also Filipino.
His name is from a namesake of a great man. Is that
What's his name?
Yeah. His name is Zen.
from Logic?
Zen Deapano?
Yeah.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Again,
Great man's
I love how
namesake.
you sound so amazed.
great minds.
Great minds.
No, I am superimposing myself on some of our audience who are
Yes,
just learning
exactly.
about this now.
Yeah.
They're in for the ride. Let's not shatter
It's like
the illusion.
putting ourselves in their shoes. Like, it's the first time
Yes.
discovery thing.
Yes, because again, think about this. Let's put ourselves in a theoretical situation wherein Cambodia is in the running for the silver or gold, right? Don't you want to be that friend who like shares trivia? It's like, hey, did you know?
yeah, that's true. That's a very good point.
Did you know about John Michael Dizon?
Do you know about Zen, Coach Zen?
Yeah. It's possible. Now about a minute and change left before we get back in. They've got to make sure that everything is polished, everything is cleared out because, man, off the back of a Cambodian ube.
If you're Malaysia, it's a game where it feels like, yes, you have momentum, but when you see this draft come out from Cambodia, you suddenly feel the pressure. Like, lines start getting blurry because end games, pain in the. I'm not gonna say it's a pain.
Yes,
it's a huge pain.
I agree. But I have to give one to Malaysia, right? Because not everyone can pull it off.
Oh yeah,
There's a reason that not everyone does it, because it does take a very, very specific kind of synergy.
And you know what's crazy? If you pull it off, a lot has tried against it.
Yes.
Little success.
Little success.
Little success. So if Cambodia executes perfectly, not just well, they have to execute perfectly because you have to make it work. It's not like a lineup that you just draft. You know, it's hard to play this composition.
You just don't stumble upon it
because you don't have any CC, and the only CC that they have on this lineup is the Yuzong with the Petrify.
Yep.
So they're kind of dependent on the way they execute the juggling of the team fights, and also dependent on how well the spells come out from Malaysia.
And massive faith in your position 5.
Yeah.
That's so critical.
That's so critical. That's why a lot of teams have tried it. Like what Rocker has said, not all of them found success. But if you are able to execute it to perfection, it's almost. I think I can count all the teams that have found success against it in my hands.
2 hands.
2 hands, yeah, or maybe just 1 hand.
All right, I was more likely thinking just 1 hand.
1 hand.
All right, so now that we've set
Countable.
up how scary and how rare success is with the lineup that Team Cambodia has been able to draft, maybe that's what Coach Pabs of Team Malaysia is hedging on. Maybe he's saying, yeah, no, but only really a few teams are able to pull that off. Maybe we just open up the ashes. Maybe we let them have
give it to them, right?
Right?
Just give it to them. Let them try.
It's possible. We just langar on through it.
We still have our own. We still have our own strategy.
That's true. So Malaysia kind of expect that
Maybe
Cambodia
they saw
will
it
put it
coming.
out and
Yeah.
are seeing into the future that they will mess up. They won't be able to. But the thing is, we've already seen this from Cambodia.
Man.
They pulled it off.
But this is the Malaysian
Yeah, this is
chaos we're
Malaysia.
talking about, right?
Oh yeah, that's true. They have chaos on the side.
Yeah, what if Coach Babs consults Coach Ozorovecki, a former player as well, saying, hey man, should we let him have it? Yeah, just make sure you cover up the floor in the Angela. Again, folks, this is a inaccurate reenactment. I can only imagine what the conversation was like.
Hypotheticals, guys. Hypotheticals.
Because again, I'm sure they know.
Yeah.
They were watching yesterday.
This will come out.
And then what if I won you up? What if they go, yeah, I bet Odom took some flicker. Right? What if?
Double down on it.
Okay. If that's the case, let's look into the lineup of Malaysia here. Okay. How do they catch the Estes? It's the Grok with the flicker 1 charge. So it is a good point that you're bringing out here that Malaysia might be banking on certain configurations with how the Cambodian Ubi works.
And the margin of error.
And the margin of error. And they might have found that, okay, this Estes, he dies. He dies.
He dies tonight.
He dies tonight. And that's why maybe they picked up the Martis. Like, if I wall charge, you use Decimate.
That's what I'm saying.
You do not let this Estes live. And alongside the Rennes Apathy, they could make it work. But also, looking at the margin of error on the side of Cambodia, look at the margin of error as well from Malaysia. Like, we say a lot of things, wall charge, the Decimate, the Rennes Apathy. How you execute it matters as well. And it's hard also. It's also hard to do.
None of these are targeted. So basically all of them you have to basically aim it on the ground.
Yeah.
Aim it on the wall.
And you know what Estes does? Press up freaking spell.
That's it. Press it,
the
I'm
ultimate.
done. Let's
I'm
walk.
done. And
Let's walk, guys.
I flicker out.
Yeah, so
That's why he picks up flicker.
you guys love that.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, what they do love for Malaysia at the very least right now is the turtle. They have the big advantage.
Oh, wild charge.
There he goes with the wild charge that we were talking about. First blood going over to Malaysia as well as the turtle.
Okay, that's how you make things interesting. Oh, sorry with the TPs. Malaysia fully committing on the Frederick. And without the heals yet from Odom, Chandaban dies and Malaysia gets first turtle, which is really important because this is the momentum towards the side.
And what we were to talk, were we not just talking about how the chaos might just get to Malaysia before they're able to set up?
Yeah.
Is that not the story of the first turtle, man? Because again, Malaysia made a beeline for it even before Cambodia was able to breathe.
Yeah, Chandavan did not expect that Zorn would use Flicker Wild Charge
Yep.
onto that specific
This
engagement.
full awareness of their win conditions. Malaysia completely controls the early game. There's not much that Cambodia can do about it. They need to wait for Koname for that farm before they can actually fight.
Chico guys actually feeling the momentum of the game. Ooh, this is good. Tastes good for Malaysia. They're winning all 3 lanes.
That's money. Look at that.
Look at that.
Whoa! Wait! 3 minutes?
3-minute turret. Maximum amount of gold they could get from the outer turret energy shield as well.
Maybe you're right, Leo. Maybe they found that on the side of Malaysia, they found that the Cambodian Ube with the Estes is a little passive in the first 5 minutes.
Really
And
is.
they found that window, and they took advantage of it. Wow.
It also relies a lot on a very aggressive Fredrin if you go for this jungle.
Yeah, but they wish Fred was shut down
Yeah, that's
from
right.
the first turtle. Very good rotations coming out from both Zorn and, of course, GB with the Martis. I mean, with Momo as well.
Okay. Now that we're in this situation, about 4 minutes in,
They're not letting Konami farm.
I don't know, man. For the sake of Cambodia, I still think the Purify should have been on Odin. Look at this!
That's right, as we're talking about right there. Will we see the power of the Ube right here? And I think they still have healing, but it's going to be challenged though really hard by Malaysia. Sakura is trapped, and Odin all alone to try to defend. And Dava, it's not going to happen here.
The real dragon.
Engage. Here we go. Kosalbi said, will he make something happen here? Izanami's in trouble.
Oh!
He goes down.
All right. So there's
Tree?
a trade back.
Re-engage.
And the Cambodians are not
Re-engage.
stopping!
They're not stopping, man. And they're going for Chico, guys. The burn gets him as well. Sakura with a kill.
GG.
And we are seeing the power of this lineup as we speak. Momo with a kill, though.
Oh, they're still going. Sokroth. Oh, he's getting sandwiched here. Double kill for Momo. And just like that, Malaysia just punishes the clapback from Cambodia. You're just not ready yet.
Yeah, I think they were they overstepped. They didn't have the heal anymore coming out from the Estes and Momo.
Too much.
This is crucial. He has 3 kills now, and it adds to the spell vamp of the Festival of Blood. Alongside a Bloodless Axe, he's gonna get a lot of HP back when he jumps in on the backline. And Cambodia, even though Claude was able to free farm in the middle lane, I think they still overstepped their boundaries on the bottom lane. By the way, massive play from massive play from Zorn on the bottom lane. He was able to land the Guardian's barrier onto where the BMI was, so he was able to block the path of the Claude to exit.
And right now, Malaysia is just picking up the tempo. Cambodia is reeling right now. Cambodia is in recovery mode.
And I'm not sure if they can recover in time, though, because right now, while all this is happening, Turtle is getting taken care of.
You know, this is familiar. If you watch MPL Philippines, this is how Echo played against Black International. This is how you deal with Ube. You know, fight chaotic team fights. Be crazy on the map. Just put pure aggression. And Malaysia, they don't care about protecting their heroes. They don't care about protecting resources.
Oh,
They
yeah.
want to fight. They want to be able to force out these ultimates and these spells coming out from Cambodia, because even after Cambodia win, just reset.
And that's currently what's happening. Again, you're throwing back to the grand finals of MPL Philippines, wherein Echo swept Blacklist International in the same fashion. They didn't let them breathe.
Yeah.
They looked for the weaknesses in the Ube recipe and played in that window.
Sakura, actually, what the heck is Chico guys' items? I have to see it because he is burning through everybody with a figure forward, as we usually see. Force pull on, we're gonna keep him alive. Here comes the attempt. Here is the dog pile. But then again, Sword with the play.
And Chico Guys gets away with it too.
Oh man, what a layering of spells there by Malaysia. Chico guys had full trust to Izanami, because guess what? Izanami had called Altar. So he was like, okay, I can just flicker in, try to take out the Yuzong.
He's still here.
And Sword with the wall charge. just stop the use up taking down the Beatrix.
Chico Guys 411 is also level 10, way ahead
Oh.
of Koname right now.
Chibi just committed Grand Theft Purple. They're just starting to choke out Cambodia of their own resources. Man, you're in recovery mode, you're trying to get some farm, you're trying to set up the Cambodian Ube, and Malaysia's not letting you breathe.
Yeah, and
Stepping on your necks.
your frontliners are feeling the damage coming off from Beatrix. Chico Guys does not joke around when he hits. Especially with the flamethrower built already on the Beatrix. Alongside, I believe, the Blade of Despair.
You know what Chico Guys did? He basically 2-hit goes out reset. One ult and one normal.
That doesn't sound right coming in from a Beatrix on a usual. That's not supposed to.
That's
That's
not-
not supposed to work.
Exactly. Right now, Chico Guys, again, no one actually ready to face him right now.
There's a strong momentum on their side here for Malaysia. They can actually still push mid lane.
And the bullet mindset coming in, lazy gents. And the bot! He's not going to be able to survive for sure, even under the turret, even with a flying cause out beset. Right now, Malaysia are on the siege. They're not stopping even for a tower. Sokrat will not be able to survive as well. Deodum! Oh my god! He's trapped! He's trapped under it, has to flicker out!
Okay, there goes the flicker. That's the use of the flicker. But still, Malaysia,
Oh, this is so bad for
They-
Cambodia!
they have insane momentum right now. And you have to go back to that play that
too
Momo
much.
and Zorn made, that aggression onto the Fredrin. It shuts down the only remaining early game option for Cambodia. Even though they were able to clap back on the bottom lane, the mistake was that they overcommitted, and that's why they're in this position right now. Malaysia just has too much lead, 7.4k gold, and the Beatrix is sitting at by 3,000 gold ahead of the Claude. Already has the Wind of Nature. All the tools that he needs to deal with the Claude are there already.
All right, we're about 35 seconds away from this first Lord of this game 3. And as an analogy, what happened with Chandavan earlier was he just walked into an establishment and he tried to fake it till he made it. Because again, this Ube lineup has no business going in that deep this
Ain't
early.
no way, ain't
And
no
then
way.
Team Malaysia just checked his bluff. Is like, I don't believe it.
Yeah.
And that's why we're here now.
Again, if you're playing this lineup, you have to play it to perfection. And with that mistake, that overstep from Shandavan was punished heavily by the Croc. And even in the bottom lane, wherein they didn't have the Estes ultimate, but they kept going.
And so far, Cambodia haven't recovered yet. That's why we're here sitting at 8k ahead for
Izanami.
Malaysia.
And Zorn is on the hunt as well with Izanami. Waiting for something to happen. Lord goes down for the favor of Malaysia. And Kosal Buset trying to see if they can take out Izanami. Zorn's actually pretty far away. And with the Altar, the 4-man
Are they gonna get out,
combo,
though?
we still have 5 men actually. It's gonna be a 4v5, but the ultimates are
Chico.
on cooldown. Now it's gonna be Chico Guys. He's getting pulled back. There's a lot of CC that he's dodging, but
Wait.
he is still making the
Oh,
hits
the wall
work.
charge!
There goes Odom. There goes Sword rather with the wall charge.
Sokrat!
And now,
Oh!
who is gonna be it? Chico Guys actually will fall.
Oh, the Decimate able to be chained by Chibi, and because of that, despite Cambodia's fancy footwork, it still ended up with a trade.
Yeah,
Way
they,
too good.
they still have Lord. Although Koname is alive, while Chico Guys is not. Kind of an overstep as well from the Beatrix. He tried to go for the backline play against the Estes. Had to use the Wind of Nature, even without the Claude hitting him, being able to survive, and he also figured out, but Sokrat was on the chase. His eyes were set on the goal. His eyes are only set towards the Beatrix.
At the very least, you know what? That was a nice try from Chico Guys. If that worked, if he wasn't
Would have
like,
been amazing, yeah.
if he wasn't like, I think he just got knocked up a little bit, or he got pushed back. That would have been it. That would have been a cleanup.
He actually used ult on the Grok. So it was kind of weird.
Yeah, it
looking
was.
at the Beatrix hitting his own teammate.
It's odd. Again, that's Cambodia working with the negatives, and so far they're still in this. They're approaching 12 minutes now. Lord in about a minute and a half. They still have their inhibitors, so it's not all over for Cambodia.
Yeah, Odom only died once, and maybe that's that's a flicker coming to play here for Cambodia. But still, you cannot negate the fact that Malaysia just deals so much damage. Look at their lineup. 3 heroes on their side scale really, really well, and 1 hero punishes survivability. also with with the Marcus, if you go down to a certain HP threshold, he does not care about how much armor you have, how much magic resist you have. You're automatically dead with the decimate.
He will have you. And especially if you're bunched up, he will jump onto you and all your friends. And again, that's just the nature of the Ube.
And again, you have to have soft rough with the perfect timing if you want to survive against that.
Yep. Luckily, though, now is a good spot to be in with, I hate to say this, a Flicker Estes and a Purify Faramis.
Yeah, it's still weird though. It's still weird.
It's weird, but
Can you like swap it out so that we can be happy? or
Sokrat
something?
is actually doing a fantastic
Feels like
job
that.
on catching the Beatrix off guard, especially with the Purify. I don't know why.
Oh, what's happening?
I don't know why he's
What is happening right now?
pressed Purify, but I didn't
For
see any
the reason why.
Yeah.
There you go. I got you. I was a point. I didn't even know it.
Little Leo.
But now,
Word.
it looks like Malaysia's definitely a lot more ready coming into this next Lord.
Yeah.
Although, again, Chico guys, he does show himself on the top side.
Oh.
3-level gap over the Claude. Level 15 for Chico guys, while Konami is sitting at 12. Oracle, set. I'm not sure about his item pickup by the Yuzong. He still melts towards the damage of Malaysia.
Yeah,
I think plate armor would have been more ideal.
His problem isn't Izanabi, his problem is Chico guys.
Yeah, Divine Gleam already for the Valentina, so this Valentina is gonna hurt. Still, you have to you have to consider the fact that the sustain is still there from Estes. But Cambodia, right now, it's much harder to press their spells because just standing in front of Malaysia, you'd know that somebody would die in under 2 seconds.
Yep.
Agreed.
Lot of damage coverage there between physical, magic, and true damage. Yeah, Malaysia's packing. So with that being said, here's a Luminous Lord marching down through mid, and Soren is just buying time. Look at this. He's going with it and blocking it with the Guardian Barrier.
There's no okay, there it goes. There's Dominance Eyes on the side of Cambodia, but it's only on the Yuzong. So that means the Dragon should always be near the Beatrix, because if not, Chico guys is hitting at full speed.
That's right. And
Especially
won't
with the
be able to
DHS.
Stop him. Yeah.
Oh my.
Watch
Stage
out
HP
for
damage.
this fight though. Who's gonna start the initiation?
Oh,
Who's gonna go
Malaysia.
for the fights? I think they just want to go for turrets for now. Who's gonna make a mistake? Konami on the chase on the bottom side. It's pretty far away. Where is the damage coming in from
Whoa.
Cambodia? It's very far. And they're on the chase on top side. I don't know why they're running, but that's gonna be calls out. Piset going down. Here's the place to do
Konami.
it. See if it can make a mark. It's not gonna happen. Sword goes down. But Konami will fall as well.
Guys.
And there it goes. I think that's it. No one left to do the damage except for Chandavan.
This is an odd configuration of survivors left from Team Cambodia. This is difficult.
That's gonna be it. And we have our silver medal confirmed. Best Malaysia.
That is the way Malaysia does it. They set up the langar, and as loud as ever, Malaysia bole. They confirm at least a silver medal in the 32nd Southeast Asian Games.
Yeah, and the way they did it as well, like even us, even the audience watching this game, they were looking at Cambodia to take it in this game, especially with the Cambodian Ubi, but Malaysia again surprises us, upsets the Estes pick of Cambodia, and upsets the home crowd as well.
They played through that small window in the early game wherein Cambodia didn't have much to do, and you can see the national team of the Khmer in disarray. You see them try to understand the situation, and here comes Team Malaysia, a show of sportsmanship. This was a well-fought fight.
Overall, I would say that it was an odd execution in the end, right? You only have the Claude as your primary damage doing source. It was sent to deal with the bottom while they were fighting on the top. I don't even know why they were fighting. So at the end, the decision making was a little odd for me here.
Yeah.